Hey, what's going on, guys? The Langbanger here. So I have a new profile and I wanted to go over True Draco Monarch. So I don't believe I actually have done this profile before. I mean, there's I guess reason to why I didn't, because this deck was pretty much broken, as in like it lost a lot of cards over the years. It's pretty much full power now, again, and there are some benefits to mixing and matching, and I'll kind of go into that. So yeah, let's just hop right in. So you start off with 3 Ignis, you have 2 Maiden, you have 1 Dynamite, and then you have 2 Amano Awado. So I think this card's insane. I mean, you play this, you pop off your spell and traps. I mean, stuff's gonna happen, how you want it to. Pretty small monster lineup. I suppose you could use another Maiden, but I kind of feel like once you get Maiden going, like you don't want to see another one. So ideally, like for me, I'm not saying like I'm playing the deck correctly, but I want to try and get one of each person on the board, and then I just have some additions. I don't want to say they're negates, but once your opponent does something, it's like, oh, search, oh, search, oh, search, so on and so forth. So that's the monster lineup. On to the spells. You have 3 Pantheism. So I can't even remember. It wasn't this past ban list, but I think the previous one we got 3 Pantheism. So that's good. Part of the reason that I mixed the 2 archetypes together is you actually can use a lot of Monarch cards already if you were using true or pure Monarch, I should say. I shouldn't say true. I don't want to mix that with True Draco. But so you're using a lot of cards already that would benefit off this. And honestly, like, let's be honest, once this deck gets to Dragonic Diagram, or once you start to just get the searching with your monsters and pop in spells and traps, on your opponent's turn and start to do things, like, the deck's fine. I mean, it's really hard to actually fight through. So here's a great example. 3 Monarch Stormforth, which, by the way, I think I'm using 41 cards, so just wanted to throw that out there. I know that's kind of weird. I suppose maybe you could cut one of these to knock it down to 40. I don't think there was any other cards I would suggest cutting, but I like having 3 of this. That way you can just automatically search it out with Pantheism. So that's just kind of one example. So this isn't a normal card that you would be using in True Draco, right? But the fact that you can just get rid of a problem card, I mean, that's just very valuable. You have 1 domain. So nothing crazy there. That isn't a typical card, but you read domain and it's like, wow, like, honestly, it really is one of the best cards in the game. I mean, it's not saying that it's the most impactful or anything right now, but you read it and you're like, wow. So onto the True Draco cards. You have 3 Heritage, you have 3 Disciples, and you have the Diagram. So I believe this is really the only card that we're short on. I mean, for good reason, because if this was at 2 or 3, it would be insane. Yeah, not too much to say there. Then the rest of the support, you have 2 Duality, you have Set Rotation, you have Mystic Mine, you have Carded Demise, Potted Desires, and Terraforming. I am missing Upstart Goblin. I was thinking of using March of the Monarchs. I'm trying to think of what other cards I was potentially going to add. But as you can see, you really just can't cut any cards. So that's kind of what makes things weird. Plus, I'm over 40, so I didn't want to use Upstart, and a bunch of people attack me. So that's that. Onto the traps. You have 3 Solemn. You have 3 True Draco, or 3 True Kings Return, sorry. So this was at 2 last format, and now it's at 3. Crazy. It really didn't need it, but who can really complain? Popping monsters, it's just very valuable. You have 3 Apocalypse, and then you have 3 Monarchs Erupt. So that's kind of what I mean, like you were already using a Monarch card, so you can just Pantheism, and then you can use Pantheism and search one of these out, right? Or maybe you're not as fortunate of having 3 cards to show that's all the same name, so you automatically get a copy. But honestly, like, whether it's Erupt or it's Stormforth, like it's going to be a value, or Domain, etc., etc. So really the point of this deck is to just hit your key True Draco card. So it is mainly a True Draco deck, right? Like I'm not using Monarch monsters, but I am using some spell and traps, right, to support. But once you hit that diagram, or once you start to just search off your monsters, like the deck just, smooth as butter. I mean, that's the easiest way to put it. No extra deck. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to showcase this. I'll be showing some more profiles here coming up, so just stay tuned. Thanks for watching again, and have a good day. Peace.